For almost 5 years, at the beginning of every single month, we do this episode called Xtreme Xpos, where we talk about the previous month and the upcoming month, and we've had pretty much the same format. Well, as my wife said when she brought two large black gentlemen into the bedroom, today we're going to mix it up. Hey, thanks for tuning in for our monthly episode of Xtreme Exhibitions. So we're going to recap last month, we're going to talk about this month, and we're going to kind of mix it all up, as I said in the intro. So what does that mean, Mr. X? It means we're going to freestyle, not rap, but just let it flow, because a lot of these stories intertwine with each other. And one of the reasons we're going to freestyle is some of the stuff with last month ties into this month. So last month I teased that I made a huge purchase that's going to happen in September, and I want to start off with that. So believe it or not, I am a tat guy. I like tattoos. You rarely see them. Well, you know, about 50 of you have that subscribe to my OnlyFans. But I keep them covered for business purposes. And I am getting a new, crazy, incredible, elaborate tat. Short for tattoo. Well, Mr. X, what do you already have? Well, I have a big back tattoo. I have stuff on my rib cage. But I'm going on my bicep here. And I'm kind of combining a few different loves I have. So here's a render of what I'm putting it on. And then I'm going to superimpose it on my arm here. The tattoo shop did that. So I'm getting this in the middle. And you see it's kind of ripped skin. It's armor underneath ripped skin. And then you see the brand of sacrifice. And you see some Latin verbiage. So this means a few things. So number one, I'm doing the brand of sacrifice, which we're going to come back to. That's from Berserk, the manga, which is absolutely amazing. Again, we're coming back to that because it's statue related. It's personal related. Number two, the Latin phrase says, it's basically a defensive phrase. It kind of translates, it has a direct translation, but do you remember in 300 when the Persians told the Spartans, they said, lay down your weapons, and Leonidas was like, Persians, come and get them.
Spartans, lay down your weapons! Persians! Come and get them!
It's the whole knowledge of if you want peace, prepare for war. The best offense is a good defense.
Strike that. Reverse it.
And then I like the brand of sacrifice because not only is Berserk and everything amazing, but the brand of sacrifice means you're marked for death. And we all are. So I really like that. So I'm getting that done. It's a very elaborate, very expensive tattoo. I can't say how much because Mrs. X might be watching, and it's done by the #1 tattoo artist in the entire state. So I'm really excited. It'll be flawless. I'll show you some finished pictures on social media. Check out my Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Link is in the description below. So with that, you may know I used to own all these Berserk statues. And I got rid of them for a number of reasons. But I got back into reading Berserk. I started with #1, and I'm reading all the way through, and I forgot how much I loved it. So it's like, if I'm getting a brand of sacrifice tattooed on my body forever, I need to have a representation of Berserk. And a lot of different great choices coming out now, some coming out great in the future. But I think Guts is the coolest character in all of fictional history. I mean, he is just so badass, it's not even funny. If you haven't read these books, I highly recommend them. Don't worry, if you're not a big reader, there's lots of pictures. So I really wanted a 1/3 scale Guts because all my fantasy stuff is like 1/3 scale. And Prime One Studio has these two statues right here. Now, they were only $1,600 retail, but my God, the aftermarket on these is $3,000 to $5,000. Well, then J&D Guts came out with one, this guy right here, and it sold out almost instantly, and I didn't grab it. But it's about the same price, it's $3,000. So Mr. X does have some hookups, and somebody connected me with one right around retail. So I did buy that last month. I pre-ordered it, so it'll be here. I would have rather had the Prime One Studio, to be honest with you, but I'm not paying more when I could nab this one. So that was one thing I bought last month. I think I bought more. Hang on. I'm getting old. Can't remember. That's it. See, I thought I bought more, but I didn't. That's because there's some I really wanted to buy, but I did not. So let's talk about those. #1 is this Berserker Rage, Wolverine from Sideshow. So interesting story about this. I don't know if I ever told you guys this, but I had him on order, and then there was one on Sideshow Seconds. So I went to go buy him from Sideshow Seconds because I would save more money than losing the non-refundable deposit. But by the time I had to cancel the other one and get it in my cart, it was taken by somebody else. Well, they threw it back on Sideshow Seconds again, but I don't even know if there's an edition size for this, and it seems I can get it anywhere now despite how hot it was. because I'm doing this crazy new Wolverine setup in my display. Lots of stuff outside of this area right here has been moving. But ultimately, I stayed away with him. And then I almost got sucked into the XM Studios sale, specifically their Cable and Hope right here. What a crazy deal on some of these pieces. Kind of scary. Hopefully XM isn't, going for a money grab because they need money bad. But I didn't buy that. But I really, really wanted to. The other one that almost got me was J&D's Game of Thrones Khaleesi statue. So I used to own, if you remember, the Prime One Studio one. I think the J&D is better. It's not 2.5 times more expensive better. Yes, it's 1/3 scale, but what's funny is there was so much hype about this, and it sold out in 38 minutes. You can still buy it anywhere. That's the funny thing. Don't get me wrong, it's going to be a great statue, and if you got it, that's awesome. I'm happy for you. But yeah, at first I was like, yeah, I'm definitely getting this, but lost the hype. And then the last one, #restraint, was the PCS Ghost Rider. I think if this was 1/4 scale, I probably would have bought it. The fact that it's 1/3 scale actually puts it over the top too, but I have no 1/3 scale Marvel. That's specifically why I didn't buy it. But if I did, I would probably definitely get that, even with the hefty price tag, which is going to be like $4,500 by the time you're all said and done on a statue. I think Gem Mint's video is like, you could buy a real motorcycle for that. Speaking of Gem, I went to StatueCon. There's a video on it you can check out right here. And as I talk about in the video, I have a little bit of regret. I had 4 flights in like 3 days and also drove like 8 hours. I was exhausted and I was only there for like less than a day. So I didn't really get to have a good time despite the awesome venue, despite the awesome people. So if we go next year, I need a plan where I'm actually not like rushed and exhausted and tired, but it was a good time and had a lot of fun. Another cool trip we did is we went to the Huskers opener, which technically I haven't done yet, but that's in Arrowhead, taking 10 people. And I'm going to do a video on that, so stay tuned because there's going to be a lot of travel videos you're going to see. Lots of stuff on Hawaii, really unique experiences like swimming with sharks, and you'll see Mr. X go down a 60-foot waterfall and crash into the side of it and bang up my old body. That sucked. But it was fun. A lot of things that suck are fun.
That's what I said.
And probably the best part of August, since we're still talking about that, is this. Football is on. Don't worry, this is a Lutz jersey, not a Wilson jersey. I did a modification. I'm a huge football fan. I have this huge club at the Broncos, and today is the first home game. It's preseason, which doesn't matter. Only if we lose. If we lose, it doesn't matter, but if we win, it totally matters. And I'm so excited. I've been waiting for 7 months to go back, and the crazy thing about this is like it just ramps up from here, because in September, we're talking about September now, we have our first home game against the #1 draft pick, and we're going to say, welcome to the NFL, Cam. And the next week, sadly, no football. But the week after that, Mrs. X and I are flying to I was going to say San Diego. They're not San Diego. The Los Angeles Chargers game at SoFi. So if you're going to be there, hit me up. Me and Mrs. X are flying in and out one day. The week after, we're going to a Colorado BYU game in Boulder. 2 days after that, we're going to a Monday Night Football game here for the Broncos. So it's going to be a crazy sports month. Not to mention, I travel every single week for work. So I think I have like 14 flights this month. So hopefully I can show you these collectibles, because there's also all this other content we have on deck. What do we have on deck? I told you about some of the travel videos. We're going to continue to do that one live video per month, even though no one watches. Some statues that are already on deck include Shredder by PCS. So I've already filmed the review for this at the time you're watching it. Also, you'll see Raphael. I haven't filmed him, but he's here. He's sitting in a box. So excited about that because more turts are coming in. That's right. Leonardo was supposed to ship last month, so that should come any day. And Mikey's supposed to start shipping in September. So we could have all 4 turts for you guys. But if that's not enough, the Dio from PCS as well. That was supposed to ship by July. That was supposed to start shipping in May. So now it's September. And I've seen all those in person. But once they hit the table, like you probably saw in that Donatello video, so much cooler. Same thing with the Shredder. You're going to see some countdowns. I did like a new Alien countdown. Some more of the stupid stuff I bought and didn't buy. But some other statues that are coming in as well. I think some of these were mentioned last month. PCS's William was supposed to ship by July, and now it's September. The Sideshow Cheshire Cat for Mrs. X, that's supposed to ship. Berserker Predator, I should definitely have in hand. Really excited about him because that's going to become an entire Predator wall right over there. And then Scar Predator is starting to ship as well. That won't come though, but that's exciting too. This just means cha-ching, a lot of money. Same thing from Prime 1 Studio. Their endoskeleton is on that same container right now with Berserker Predator. I have the tracking on this Venomized X23. I thought she'd arrive in August because I've had the tracking for like a month. But same thing with this custom Avalanche. So those two should definitely hit the table in the month of September. And then I'm giving up on this guy. Last time I'm going to talk about him unless he hits the table. I think he's gone. I think he's lost at sea. I think he drowned. Sad, but true. So you're going to see all of that content plus more. I'm super stoked. One thing I want to clarify, some of the people say, hey, Mr. X, you have all this members-only content. That's because members get early access. I film stuff way in advance. So most of those, other than vlogs, will be hitting the public. So always be ready for those. It's a great reason to make sure you're subscribed to the channel with the bell notification. Because even when you have the bell notification, they don't always notify you. Thanks, YouTube. But that's it. Super exciting month, but you have to stay tuned because believe it or not, October is more exciting. And then November might top October. It might be even with it. December is going to be normal, so you don't have to watch that one, although we have all the end of the year stuff coming up. I keep looking because my hair is going all over the place. See that? But I got a hat for the game. That's not how I sound at games. That's how I sound after games because I have no voice left. Oh, I'm loud.